Okay, you want to just start by telling me your name?
Sam.
Walter.
Hi, Walter. Okay, Kevin.
Todd?
And your?
My name is Scott Witherspoon.
My name's Richard Andrew Wayne Bergerman.
I'm Chad Hull.
Because I don't drink, I don't smoke, you know, I can't say I'm not addicted to anything. Does chocolate count? Well, I am on disability.
Okay.
A car accident that I had many years ago. So that, you know, you're kind of on the poverty line there.
Sure, of course. It doesn't cover everything that you need.
No. From that, I have, you know, a lot of difficulties, like, with medical stuff. I do have some brain damage from it, depression, but between here and my grandson, that's what, you know, basically keeps me going.
Well, I basically had come into some serious financial problems. I had some substance abuse problems. And basically I was, you know, I was homeless. I couldn't find employment. It was a rough go for me. I came into the Ark angry because of, you know, I was basically consumed with just negative feelings and hopelessness and just so many different emotions, and I tried to figure out how to get myself out of this situation, but I wasn't able to at that time.
Okay, basically what led me on the path I am now, I've been dealing with a lot of stress, depression, anger, and dealing with roommates, like threats, homelessness as of right now, and it's really hard. And like coming to the Ark, you get to socialize with other people who are in the same boat as you, talk to you, and give you that initial like thought of saying, hey, you know what, there's other people in the same boat. But a lot of people don't realize it, and they don't realize how hard it is to actually have to deal with the homelessness, the stress, the loss of everything, right? Like you go from 100 to 0, right? And then you come here and it's like you were at a 0 and you're back up to 100 because you get to socialize with other people who are Christian and enjoy the fellowship of the others.
I was charged back a long time ago in 88, 87, whatever. And getting that cleared, because when you get charged with a criminal offense, whether it's assault, drug charge, or whatever, they tell you, oh, no one can have access to it. Well, a lot of people have access to it. Because when you sign that application form, you're given the full rights to access your information. And, you know, that's unfortunate that they should lie like that. But I think one of the things that holds me back is a lot of the programs I've been through with Ontario Works, there's no good follow-up, you know. My last job placement was at Goodwill, and somebody there had a serious street beef with me, so he said I was telling people that I used to be a drug dealer, which I never was. Oh, I used to smoke up with my friends and whatnot, but they got me let go properly. So I think too there's a lot of ignorance of people out there. They don't know what it's like to have mental health issues. They just don't.
They don't get it.
Like about 96% of people in Canada have deal with some sort of mental health issue. It may be close to 98%, but they just don't want to deal with it. Yeah, Todd's been suffering from a depression for most of his life, and just a feeling of unwellness, and a lot of people have it. And like I said, the communities, like the churches that don't want to deal with it, I know how to deal with it. Starting to, like, you get these free meals, you get people with mental health issues causing problems. They go, what are the problems? Well, they just don't know how to deal with them, you know. From a normal societal perspective, it's just, there needs to be a lot of understanding. And if you're watching this and you have mental health issues, you'll find your way.
I didn't get diagnosed with depression until I was in my 40s.
Okay.
And previously I tried a bunch of addiction services, 28-day programs. But they didn't work so good for me because I was relapsed. But now I got involved with Canadian Mental Health. And the mental health aspect worked for me better.
And that's kept you off?
No, but it's helped me. I follow a harm reduction model.
Okay.
And now I've been off the booze for a year, but I still smoke a little weed.
Congratulations on the first part.
Yeah. I was making bad decisions on the booze, dude. It would be like, you know, you get half drunk and then anything's game, right?
The problem I had was my dad. I was very, very scared of him. He used to hit me and all that when I was very small.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. But I don't blame him no more. I forgive him. I think it's right to forgive and all that. They're like, the Ark Mission always mentions that all the time, and I think that's right.
So I was walking home from work, and my brain just, they can't explain to me why, but my brain shut off, and I fell down, smashed my head on the ground, and I woke up in Vancouver General Hospital with a severe traumatic brain injury.
Wow.
So I was in the hospital for 5 weeks, and I was in a rehab hospital for 3 months as an inpatient, and another month as an outpatient. And then when I was released from that, I decided to move back to London, because I used to live here. So all my friends were still here, and my parents are in North Bay. So they say when you have a major injury like that, support system is important. So I chose to come back to London, because I knew I would have that here.
When me and my husband separated, I was living down on Trafalgar, pretty much isolated, you know. Bus service down there is few and far between, and there wasn't much to do. I moved up here, like I'm just down a block.
Okay.
And I met one of the ladies in my building. She introduced me to the Ark, and that was 2 years ago. I've been here since. Like, it is Christian based. For the meals that we have, there is, like, you know, 10-15 minute devotional, which you know, I don't always agree with or understand or whatever, but that's my opinion, and everybody's entitled to their own.
Sure.
They don't push things. You know, like my grandson, he comes here. He's an atheist. My girlfriend, she's pagan. You know, but
So everyone's welcome then,
Yeah.
essentially.
I've never been judged by anyone I talk to. Like, they always ask me, like, okay, how did you get put in how did the situation happen, and is there any way I can help? And you look at it and it's like, you don't really think there's people out there like that, but then you come to a place like this and you actually get to see that there are other people out there who care. Bless them all, because if it weren't for them, my heart today probably wouldn't have mended as quickly as it has, if it weren't for being able to talk to the people who are here.
For food and fellowship, for hanging out with my friends.
Friends, yeah.
Good Starbucks coffee. Very good service. It's needed in a community where people are challenged in different ways. And besides, they have a church here called City Connection, which I go. I'm not much of a churchy type guy. I am a born-again Jew, but a lot of churches just don't quite know how to deal with people
Okay.
with our issues.
So you don't come here for the religious aspect, you come here for the friends, comfort, and the food?
Yeah, sometimes the religious aspect, because they even get music in here, and like Saturday they're showing a video called "God's Not Dead." It's gone viral worldwide. In fact, the guy who played on Hercules, Kevin Saborik, plays a teacher in it. We even get the guys from Duck Dynasty and the
Wow.
Christian band called Newsboys. So who knows?
Nice.
It might just stay in my DVD tray for a while.
Cool.
I was a cook and I wanted to get back in the kitchen, but I was very slow, didn't have a lot of good coordination or balance, and some cognitive issues. So she said, try volunteering and see where that leads you. So I came back to London. Right away, I started volunteering at the Boys and Girls Club. So I had a friend that worked there and she got me in there. And I was there it was only 1 day a week, like 4 hours a week. And after a while, I decided I could do more than this. So I talked to another lady that worked there, and she said, well, why don't you, I said, I'm looking for more volunteer hours. Like, I wonder what I should do. And she said, well, I'm the chef of the Ark. Why don't you come to the Ark? I need a volunteer. You can volunteer with me. So I came into the Ark, talked to Doug, and started volunteering here like a day later.
Okay.
And I was her volunteer for about 3 or 4 months, and she got sick and had to leave. So I did her job as a volunteer for a week, and then Doug offered me the job because she discovered she wasn't going to be coming back. So that's how I started here working at the Ark as the chef. As far as cooking goes, it's usually a very fast-paced, can be stressful, long hours, kind of a deal, right? Here at the Ark, I work 5 hours a day, Monday through Friday, have the weekends off, and it's just, and I'm helping out here, I'm truly helping out here. I'm part of the community. I know the people that use the Ark, and I'm making a meal for them to come and enjoy 6 nights a week. So it's a really good feeling to be doing that, because it is something that is needed. I mean, since I've been here, our numbers have slowly increased, and I think they will continue to, because there just aren't enough jobs out there, and there's all kinds of issues with people. Like people have injuries and they have mental issues, and they just can't hold down a job. So a lot of people are in the system, and the system doesn't always provide enough money for everybody. So places like the Ark are very important, because we provide, one thing we provide is a meal. That's what I do. That's important, and we provide computer training to help people get computer skills. We do tutoring, we provide an art class for an outlet for people. So the Ark is the best job I've ever had. I've never been happier working anywhere else. I'm proud to be here. I'm proud of the Ark, and I'm proud to be part of the Ark.
Well, there was another volunteer, but she left a long time ago. But just recent, she did come back here to volunteer. So
Well, that must be nice.
her name was Kathy, and she was a great help to me.
How did she help?
She was very spiritual to the Lord in the scriptures, and when I was going through a hard time when my mom died, because I was really going through a hard time and all that there, and I'm still coping with that there, but I think I have it under control, because there's people in here that really care for other people in here, and I'm learning from them.
When I first arrived here, I thought, everybody was just strange, because I had been basically in an environment where, how do I put that? The environment that I was in was one of being in survival mode, and when when a person is put into a survival mode situation, they often will do whatever they have to in a sense, right? So I thought that when I got here, that everybody, I didn't understand why everybody was so happy and at peace with themselves and all the rest of it, and realized that what it was technically was I don't know so much evil, but what I had what I surrounded myself with, because I was put in a situation that I could not get out of. It was like try to explain as being put in a very difficult situation where I didn't think that I could get out of. So when I did keep coming back here time after time, I found that there was outlets for me to take what I would consider being technically institutionalized, such as the art classes, the computer classes, the Overcomers class has helped me. The talking with Wade and with Peter and with Dan to make me realize that, you know, there is a spiritual battle going on. I know that my life, or the existence that I have right now, is much happier and content with what I have gone and, you know, I come here as much as I can because I know that this is a good place. I know that it's good for my spirit. And I try to do my part with what I have. To me, this is where I belong. I don't know at what capacity, because all I do is what I can. I know that there are going to there are things that are going to happen here. Definitely going to happen, that are going to be big.
Couch potato,
Okay.
which is basically what I was. I just sat at home and did nothing.
Devastated. Probably more stressed than I am now. More depressed because there wouldn't be that place where I could go and have fellowship, socialize with friends, and be able to, you know, realize that when I'm here, it's a safe environment. Like, and without it, you look at it as, okay, well, that's one less place in the city where I can go to be safe and talk with others.
I think it has improved because of the people that are here. Because I didn't figure that this place was like family to me. And then a friend of mine one day, she says, "This is your family." And I didn't realize that. So I says, well, there's some people that know more than I do. So I learned from that.
I know that if I continued down the road that I was on, that I would be dead.
So in some sense, you can thank the Ark for saving your life as far as setting you on the right path. Am I interpreting this correctly?
I would say most definitely.
Well,
Most definitely. Right?
I think the Ark has really led me to be, I would say, a bit of a better person. I have more understanding of people, and I'm more patient, and I've just realized, like, I love it here. I love this job.
I have the Overcomers, which I am glad to say I have graduated twice from it.
congratulations.
We're just getting back into it again. Because, like, you know, when you read a book or you see a movie or something, you say, oh, I never noticed that before.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we get with that.
I've gone through different organizations like NA and AA and all those, where I didn't get much teaching. But the thing is that here, with the Overcomers group, it works. It definitely works. It's worked on, it's worked in my life, and I'm happy that it has, really.
Don't be afraid to come in, see what we offer. Just, can't come in, call. Somebody is here to help. We have the store, which is much better than, Value Village and Salvation Army and that, because the ladies don't put out any junk. All the clothes and everything are quality.
Yeah.
They're very reasonable. Like, it's cheap. Well, like this outfit, cost me like $1
Yeah, that's great.
for, $1 for pants, $1 for shirt.
Sure. Okay.
And the meals, Chad's a fabulous cook.
He's a great cook. I've sampled the food.
He does a lot of good work, because he never knows what is going to be here in the morning.
I just think, I think a lot of people, there's a lot of pride out there, and there's a lot of people just don't know, they're just not knowledgeable enough. They might be scared, but I think myself, like as someone who suffered a major injury and was told from the get-go that support system is important. And I think that goes for everybody. I mean, if you need help, if you want help, if you wish you could change something, you just need to ask for help. You need to find someone that can show you the way. I mean, there's all kinds of things out there for people to use to get better. Or to improve upon themselves, or to improve the quality of their lives. They just don't know how to ask for it, or that it's even out there. So, I mean, if you're in those kind of situations, I think it's good to put your pride in your back pocket, put your fear in your back pocket, and just get out there and try and ask questions and be willing, be available to take in information and to help yourself. I mean,
Sure.
People are out there to help you. You just have to ask for it.
Yeah, basically just stating anybody who's depressed, want to get rid of drug situations, going through a lot of stress. If you come here, it's going to help you out a lot because there are people here that you can talk to who will tell you they'll give you information to send you on the right path. And if you are a believer in God, they'll pray for you. They have a prayer request box here, which is a big help too, because it's like every time for me when I get prayed for, even if I don't know it, it seems like a big stress has been lifted off my shoulders.
I would say when the time is right for you, and only you will know when it's right, to come and seek someone to speak to here.